A single Navy SEAL stands in a fog-covered valley somewhere in rural Norway. The year is 793 AD, and he's surrounded by 100 Viking warriors who want him dead. He's got his full loadout, 72 hours of supplies, and exactly 0 backup. The Vikings have axes, swords, shields, and the kind of battle rage that made them the terror of medieval Europe. So does the most elite soldier in modern warfare stand a chance against a small Viking army? Or is this just one operator way over his head in the wrong century? First, let's understand what we're dealing with. A Navy SEAL goes through BUD/S training where 75% of candidates quit before finishing. Those who make it spend another year learning close quarters combat, demolition, reconnaissance, and how to operate in any environment on Earth. The average SEAL has multiple combat deployments, can shoot a target at 600 meters while calculating wind speed in his head, and is trained to operate alone behind enemy lines for weeks. His body is a weapon, but his mind is the real danger. His loadout includes an HK-416 rifle firing 5.56 NATO rounds with an effective range of 400 meters. He's carrying 210 rounds across 7 magazines. On his hip sits a Sig Sauer pistol with 45 rounds total. He's wearing a plate carrier with ceramic trauma plates, night vision goggles, and carrying MREs, medical supplies, flashbangs, and a brick of C4 explosive. Total weight, about 45 kilograms. The Vikings are not to be underestimated. These aren't horned helmet caricatures. Real Vikings were professional warriors, built like oxen from rowing longships, and swinging axes their entire lives. They wore leather and chainmail, carried wooden shields reinforced with iron, and wielded long axes that could split a man from shoulder to hip. They fought in shield walls, overlapping shields creating a moving fortress. And they were fearless. Viking culture celebrated death in battle. To die fighting meant Valhalla. Pain was temporary. Glory was eternal. The SEAL has chosen elevated ground with clear line of sight across 200 meters of open field. Dense forest behind him for escape. The Vikings approach from the valley below, 100 strong, moving in loose formation. They don't know what a rifle is. They've never heard a gunshot. To them, he's just a strange man holding a stick. Their chieftain raises a massive two-handed axe and bellows a war cry. The horde roars, shields clashing, and breaks into a run. The SEAL drops to one knee, shoulders his rifle, and exhales slowly. At 300 meters, he squeezes the trigger. The HK-416 cracks. The Viking chieftain stumbles, red mist blooming from his chest, and collapses face first. The Vikings freeze, confused. Their leader just fell for no reason. No arrow, no spear, nothing visible. The SEAL doesn't give them time to think. He fires again, another drops, then another. Each shot deliberate, controlled, center mass. In 10 seconds, he's fired 15 rounds and dropped 12 Vikings. Panic spreads. Men are dying, but there's no enemy to fight. Some raise shields, but wood won't stop a 5.56 round traveling at 975 meters per second. The SEAL empties his first magazine, 30 rounds, 25 confirmed hits. He drops it, slaps in a fresh one, and keeps firing. The Vikings are 200 meters out, still charging, but their formation is breaking. At 100 meters, he switches to rapid fire, sweeping left to right. Rounds slam into shields, shattering wood. Bodies crumple. By the time they close to 50 meters, half are dead or dying. The survivors are enraged now, bloodlust overriding fear. They can see him clearly. Just one man. They want his head. The SEAL empties his third magazine and makes a decision. He's got 4 mags left, 120 rounds, not enough at close range. Time to move. He pulls a smoke grenade, yanks the pin, and tosses it. Gray smoke billows out. The Vikings charge into it blind. The SEAL sprints into the tree line, moving fast, but silent. The Vikings crash into the forest like a stampede, shouting, spreading out between trees. The SEAL spots the first one, a young warrior with a spear. He fires twice. The Viking drops. The others converge on the sound. The SEAL is already gone, circling around. He pops up 30 meters away, fires a controlled burst, drops 2 more, and vanishes. This is guerrilla warfare. The Vikings are strong and brave, but they're fighting an enemy they can't see or predict. Every time they corner him, he's somewhere else. The forest becomes a killing field. 10 more go down in 5 minutes. The remaining 35 Vikings regroup. They're rattled. Half their brothers lie bleeding. They fought Saxons and Franks, but never anything like this. A gray-haired veteran takes command, rallying the men into a tight shield wall. They're not charging anymore. They're waiting. Smart. The SEAL watches. From cover, a shield wall is a problem. He can't shoot through overlapping layers of wood and iron. He could waste ammo or get creative. He pulls the C4, molds it around a tree trunk 20 meters from the Vikings, sets the detonator, and moves to safety. When they advance past the tree, he presses the button. The explosion is deafening. The tree disintegrates, sending shrapnel everywhere. Vikings fly like ragdolls, shield shattered. The concussive blast knocks a dozen unconscious. The SEAL steps out and opens fire. He empties his last rifle magazine in controlled bursts. 15 more down. 20 warriors remain. The SEAL slings his rifle and draws his pistol. The Vikings see him standing in the open and charge with everything left. This is their moment. Close quarters, where strength matters. The SEAL fires as they close, dropping 3. He sidesteps a spear thrust, puts 2 rounds in the attacker's chest. A Viking swings an axe at his head. He ducks, fires point blank. The pistol empties. He reloads and keeps firing. But they're on him now. A shield slams his side. He rolls, comes up firing, but a sword slashes his forearm. Blood wells up. He draws his combat knife, deflects an axe, slashes a throat. Another tackles him from behind. They hit the ground hard. The SEAL drives his elbow into the Viking's face, rolls over, stabs upward into the ribcage. He staggers to his feet, pistol empty, rifle dry, just his knife and fists. 8 Vikings circle him like wolves, bloodied, exhausted, terrified, but not running. The fight that follows is brutal. The SEAL blocks an axe swing with his forearm, absorbing it on his plate carrier, counters with a knife thrust to the neck. He dodges a spear, grabs the shaft, pulls the Viking off balance, drives his knee into his face. Another swings a sword. The SEAL catches the wrist, twists, breaks the arm. The knife finds the kidney. 2 rush him at once. He trips the first, stomps his throat, slashes the second across the eyes. 3 Vikings left. They're panting, bleeding, staring at the soldier who killed 97 of their brothers. One drops his axe and runs. The SEAL lets him go. The other 2 lower their weapons, nod once, a warrior's acknowledgement, and walk away. The SEAL collapses against a tree, breathing hard, blood dripping from his arm. The valley is silent except for wind and distant ravens. So, could a single Navy SEAL survive 100 Vikings? Barely. With superior firepower and tactics, he could take down the majority from range. But once ammo ran out and the fight turned close quarters, it became a knife fight and a phone booth. The Vikings were warriors, not soldiers. They didn't understand modern warfare, but they understood courage, pain, and death. And in the end, that almost made the difference. Or what do you think would happen? And if you're curious what would happen if a modern tank fought the Mongol army, check out the video on screen now. Stay frosty.